you gonna call? Oh. You guys break down again.
Yeah. Gotta fix the lighter on it.
As long as you got the blues going, that's okay. What is this? Someone's out of time. Wow, what is all of this? Is that a Barbie car?
One for you, sir. Gracias.
Uh-oh, there must be raptors around somewhere. Oh no, another Hollywood is haunted. What is all this? Okay. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Sunday afternoon, November 28, 2021. It is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Sun's going down quickly, and I am in Hollywood again. I am at what one can perceive at the start of the Hollywood Christmas parade route. I am on Hollywood Boulevard in front of one of the tiniest Target Expresses that I've been to. Now this is a very, very much a Target Express. Here are some cars that you may recognize, namely a couple from Cars. I should say welcome back again. 2 shows in one day. Yes, I've been keeping myself busy. I've been traveling around. One day I'm in Beverly Hills, WeHo, and then back in Hollywood. There is, wow, look at that. Woo, that sun is bright. Holy cow. There are already people. I am definitely over on the west side of Hollywood Boulevard. And as I was coming up this way, there were already people lined up on the route. that a red carpet? Silly, of course it's a red carpet. It's Hollywood. Red carpet. I wonder how many times they wash this thing. Of course they have to wash it. How many times do they replace it? Because there are going to be vehicles rolling on top of this beauty. Look at that. Ooh, it's pretty vibrant.
Everything is $5. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, backpacks. Everything is $5.
$5.
Come on in, dude.
Everything is
Can you get over there on the other side? No, I'm saying, can you get?
Everything is $5. It is busy here. I was actually going to almost go back, turn around, but I decided to venture a little bit. Just as well because, oh look, these are the grandstands. These are what one could assume to pay for the parade. There is the Chinese Theater. And there's the parade. Oh, my wrist is really killing me. Ooh. It was very cold this morning. I had to get up very early just so I could go to Starbucks and go upload the last video. And hold on a second. And that's pretty much it for the red carpet. I guess that's just for the televised version. There's the Dolby Theater. And a wonderful Christmas tree. There's the beautiful El Capitan Theater. Parade check-in. Down over yonder. I really want to go see Encanto. I am going to see Encanto. But I don't want to see it anywhere else. I don't want to see it on Disney Channel. I actually want to come to the Capitan Theater and see it. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. Depending on what payday's going to be. But Charlie's got bills to take care of first. And it would be nice to go have a banana split over here at Ghirardelli's. Yeah, as you can see, people are already lined up. They have been lined up for quite a while. Some have already been lined up since early this morning, especially way down over on the east side of Hollywood Boulevard. Andale. When I was here the other day, I was wondering why this was closed off. I actually had no idea. I could not put two and two together. The entrance and exit to the red line is right over here. The street vendors are vending. And the tourists abound and flocketh the Hollywood Boulevard scene. I think these folks have a time limit. Looks like most of them are starting to vacate. pretty sure that they have to leave by a certain time. But yeah, those were some of the movie cars, celebrity prop cars, or whatever. Oh goodness, I am so tired. Yeah, I think I'm tired actually just from being in Beverly Hills yesterday. As I said, I had no idea how many miles or steps or feet or whatever it is measured in steps, I guess. And it is redirected traffic, that is. They've been street cleaning like mad. It smells awful when they do that. I understand they have to do that, but that odor is just, it's smell of rust and kind of moldy pea smell or whatever. Not a good smell. That metallic rust smell, though, that tends to stay in the nostrils for quite a while. Here's the Hollywood Wax Museum. If you are from California originally, from way back turn of the century, well, back at least in the 70s, you guys remember Movieland Wax Museum and Buena Park? Every time I come by here, I'm always reminded of Movieland Wax Museum. My mom took me there. It was about maybe a Mother's Day weekend, and it was really cool. Towards the end, there was one of the attractions that I really wanted to see back then was a variety show called Tony, Orlando, and Don. And they had Tony, Orlando, and Don. And then at the very end, they had this very cool, sad, and I guess a bit disturbing presentation of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And it was not only breathtaking, but just leave you completely speechless. There is the L. Ron Hubbard Christmas. They have a quote there that I would like to show you folks. On the day when we can fully trust each other, there will be peace on earth. Yes, that is very much true, but very doubtful in the foreseeable future, at least in the next 3 plus 1 month year. More worried about Sleepy Joe falling asleep and nodding off on his, dropping his head on the button.
Hi, lady. Will you?
Thank you.
Yeah, traffic is very minimal right now, and they've closed off the turning down this direction.
You already did it?
No right turn from Highland headed east on Hollywood Boulevard. I especially like whenever there's like parades around here. Honestly, and especially the Rose Parade, because it gives a chance for a certain community to have a great chance just to mingle and come out and just interact and be with regular folks. And of course, I am speaking of the homeless community, especially in Pasadena when we had the Rose Parade. I always joke around and say that that is the one night that everyone that is on Colorado Boulevard is homeless. I don't care if you have a $150,000 RV parked on one of the side streets, you are homeless that night. And a lot of folks that are homeless come out and get to interact and mingle and maybe have a chance to be with some normal folks and tell their stories. And some regular people have a lot of sympathy and compassion, and sometimes you'd be surprised they help out a lot of the homeless folks too. So, and I've known a lot of folks. Oh yeah, the other night, you know, I was at the parade. You know, I met a really cool family, and they gave me some money, or sometimes they'll give them some food. And on many occasions, a lot of the folks will actually have a room purchased for them for the evening. So that's fantastic. And that also applies here on Hollywood Boulevard for the Christmas parade. So yeah. But as you can see, because even normally, it being Sunday, traffic would just be still thick as hell. But yeah, they've closed it off, and here's the little mini caravan of street cleaners. There is the classic Musso and Frank's. That was, I believe the Musso and Frank's was in a very famous scene with I Love Lucy, I believe. I'm not sure if it's Musso or Frank's or the Brown Derby. I'm more inclined to think that it's Musso and Frank's that was on that episode. Nonetheless, a famous restaurant, and we just passed the old Pig and Whistle, which unfortunately was died. Pig and Whistle was English type of place. a lot of good stuff there. I'm very tired. Very, very tired. Woo. Hey, the tiredness is definitely a great big deal of walking so much in Beverly Hills, and sprinkle or two of depression, and what I can only say is post V-shot, ignite smoke. Mike's Smoke Shop is the one that I would usually come to over here to get my CBD cartridges. That's another thing I need to get is my CBD back going, because now with this tendinitis, it is tendinitis. It's definitely tendinitis. It's really just come down. It helps once I have the band on. Without the band, it hurts so much more. And I'm just taking extremely too much ibuprofen. Here's Mike's Smoke Shop. It's a great place to get whatever needs you need to get, and also CBD. That's one of the things that I am most grateful for here in California, is the legalization of marijuana, and especially when it comes to CBD products, it just helps so freaking much. I know that some folks are hesitant. You'd be surprised here in California. You walk into a smoke shop or as we call it, a weed shop. You'll see almost sometimes more people my age than you see young folks. So The benefits of marijuana and both CBD alike are very beneficial. It helps so much with it helps reduce medication, and especially when it comes to like people that are on antidepressants. I gotta tell you folks, marijuana just is so much more better than taking a Prozac for an OCD, or taking a Latuda, or the problem is you do really need to keep it up, and it is significantly less expensive than any pharmaceutical. And the side effects when it comes to such products as marijuana or CBD are less. That's another reason why we in that sector have fought for it so much, because the pharmaceutical companies don't want it. When it comes to cancer patients as well, both CBD and marijuana products are so much more better than just taking a, post chemotherapy and everything. Yeah, it just, it alleviates so much more of the anxiety and anything else. And if you suffer from anxiety, those of you that have taken Xanax, yeah, I can't take Xanax, especially when I'm at work. It just knocks me on my butt. But this stuff, the worst side effects is maybe some weight gain, because you will have the munchies. So yeah, it's just so much better. And here, nowhere else placed better than Hollywood Boulevard. There are a lot more smoke shops than anything else. God, it's just it's so barren over here, and it's late. I need to get back onto the train and get back home. I'm getting tired of holding this. That's what she said. Insert pun here, if you will. Oh, there's that smell of rust. There's Los Burritos restaurant over there. My favorite place. One place I definitely would also maybe eventually, if I'm gonna be stuck here. I always say that because I don't know how things are gonna be. So maybe sometime after the new year, if my finances are looking a little bit better, I will definitely come up here. I've been to the one over by Dodger Stadium. Didn't really like it. This Los Burritos over here, the food is just out of this world. I'd almost come here for lunch break maybe 2 or 3 times a week. And yeah. Is it the Pacific? Yeah, the Pacific Theater. Movie theater. One of the movie theaters that used to be running. God, almost everything used to be open back in the 80s. So many movie theaters. Again, I'm kind of conflating. Hey, how you doing? Kind of wondering if it's still this one or the one down yonder over by the movie theater. One of the last movie theaters that I actually came to see a movie back in the 80s, and that was the very funny and strange horror flick called Motel Hell. So, oh yeah, here's the Hollywood outlet suit. Nowhere else can you get a decent suit. All these wonderful things for $300. Not the most perfect or special kind of suit, but still, it's not bad. That was nice. God, I think my suit that I wore when I first got married what was I? I think I was a 38 stout. I was a freaking butterball. Or as I like to say, I was a fat little tomato with short legs. And coming up on Gino's Pizzeria over here. Is it Gino's? Yeah, this is another. I've talked about this place before. There's two locations actually. There's this one over here, and then the one over on Hollywood Highland. Not too far, just a sneeze away from the formerly Crazy Gideon electronics store. That's kind of cool. That's pimping. Look at that. Yeah, I'd freaking wear that. Heck yeah. Definitely. I like that red one. Hi. Tuxedo suits at the Hollywood. Here it is. Oh, it's Greco's. Gino's. What was I thinking Gino's? Because I used to know Gino. Greco's Pizzeria. These are the pies right here. And they're huge slices. Mark, look, your favorite. Pineapple pizza. Sorry, buddy. I had to do that to you, bro. Look at those slices. Those are great slices. Yum. Good stuff, Maynard. Really good stuff. And I used to work, as always, down over there on Selma when we had Coffee Masters. You just passed it. Yeah, it's at the Grauman's Chinese Theater, Hollywood and Highland. And this was part of my route. Way over on the other side, Studio City, about 15 minutes, and then come down here and boom, I'm at work. Doing my little print over my light table, staring down at my loop. And Popeyes is still here. I do miss the newsstand that we used to have here. It was really cool. You could get virtually anything over here, from New York Times to New Hampshire paper and everything you used to be able to. But it just periodicals in general just started losing their steam over the course of years. And honestly, with the onslaught of internet news and periodicals, you know, it's just it's expensive now to buy a newspaper. Honestly, I mean, even though that was my industry, what is a newspaper now? It's about almost $3 at least for the Sunday paper. A regular daily paper, if you can still find one, although news machines or newspaper machines are very, very few and far in between. Even less public phones and things of those mailboxes too, you know, they've slowly taken out. Probably have maybe in Pasadena 20 or so mailboxes, and over the course of years they've actually, honestly though, last year some of the that is a great suit, sir. Over the course of last year in the shut-in, I had noticed that in some places they actually started installing some public phones again, but I'm sure that's going to be short-lived. What they should do, honestly, is provide more porta potties out in the general public, because more and more less businesses are starting to, you know, not allow the general public, no public restrooms and things of that nature. So and it's not just, and I don't mean it just because of the homeless need it, but also, you know, I mean, if you're a tourist and you want to come and you need a bathroom, you know, you're subject you're subject to actually have to either purchase something to just use a bathroom. Christmas decorations here in Hollywood. Oh boy, okay, we're gonna get dinged. I think this is the movie theater where, God, it is so noisy over here. Compared to yesterday when I was in Beverly Hills, it was so quiet. Yeah, I think this was the movie theater, the last movie theater that I had ventured, and that I think was where Motel Hell was. All right, forward. Now I'm not too sure, but I do think this is now the intersection of Hollywood Vine. There's a beautiful Capitol Records. I think the parade turns down this way. I'm not really too sure. But anyway, Sunset is just about 2.5 blocks down there. And the entrance to this morning's video, which I will upload in a couple days. I got plenty of good material now. I'm just glad that I did have this weekend off because I am really tired. I am pooptified. I'm exhausted. And this stupid tendinitis is just really kicking my butt. And it doesn't matter if I have the selfie stick. It just really hurts holding on. There's the Pantages Theater. All right, and there's the Pantages Theater. Right next to it is the Frolic Room. I actually would very much like to stay and record the parade, but as the lights go down and it gets a little darker, it makes a bit difficult to navigate for me, especially this distance. I'm so far away from home. It just, coming home from work is one thing, but yeah, this is the W. So I have two options of getting here. I could take the subway, which takes 2 trains, or I can catch the 180, which goes all the way into Pasadena City College. It's a bit of a route. Actually, getting here is much quicker. Getting home is about maybe an hour travel time. Taking the subway and 2 trains, maybe 40 minutes. It kind of equates a little bit, but depending on the day of the week and how busy people are and stuff like that, it does take longer on the bus. Sometimes it's a little bit better because you won't have, oh goodness, angry people. A lot of angry people on the subway. A lot more than than the bus, because the bus driver's he's more apt to kick you off the bus than on the subway. They have to stop and notify security or the police and everything. But anyway, all right, my friends, that's about it. Again, as they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap. You folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on in Hollywood. W. You know, this one's not that much of a much. The architecture for this thing is just quite ugly. It's kind of a, I mean, I don't know what it looks like on the inside, but I would not want to pay $225 on an average per night I know the one in Pasadena, their average for, and the one in Pasadena, the rooms are very, very old. I mean, it almost looks like it was back in the early 70s, or at the very least in the 80s. So at $225 for the rate for one evening, it's not even worth it. And you don't even get breakfast, so it's not worth it. But anyway, here we are. As always, comments good or bad, please post. If not, email. And that's about it. You folks take care of yourselves and be nice. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.